Hello, Lyra Chapter website administrators. Today I'm going to give you a tour of the back end of your website, or what we call your dashboard. So the first step is to arrive at the front end of your website, which is lyrachapter.org/ the name of your chapter. When you are logged in to your website and you have administrative access, you will see a black bar along the top of your screen. It's called your dashboard bar, and it will sort of take you between the front end and the back end. So we're on the front end of the website, but we're going to hover over the name of our website and we're going to click on dashboard, and it's going to take us to the back end, which is where all the action happens. So this is where you control content and interact with user data and all kinds of things. So on this little tour, I think we should focus on 4 different areas of your website. First of all, posts. Uh, Anything that you add to posts is going to show up under your news feed on your website. So I'm going to go to posts, I'm going to add new, and let's add a title for this article, and it's going to be, we have a new video archive. And then I'll just link this to a page called Video Archive, even though we haven't made that page yet. Just going to go ahead and add that there. And I'm going to publish this. And then we are going to go to the front end of our site by clicking on the dashboard bar and clicking on Visit Site. And we're going to go over to the news feed and check on the placement of that news post. So now you'll see we have 2 articles, and the most recent is on top. We have a new video archive, and those will just stack up here anytime you need them. So we're going to go back to the dashboard. We're going to look at pages. So posts, we know how those work now. Pages are where you are going to edit content that is your static content online, like your about page. Ideally, you really shouldn't mess with your about page very much. That's just a very um, sort of evergreen piece of information about your chapter, a little bit about your membership, a little bit about your meetings, a little bit about Lyra, and then um, the goal is to not change things as much as possible. That makes it a lot easier as officers move in and out of this role and different people are taking care of the website. But the pages that you will need to change are every year your officer listing will change, your contact might change from time to time. So let's just say we want to edit our contact page. We're going to go to Pages, find Contact, click Edit, and here we can add a change, and we'll go over to the right and click Update, and we'll go and view that page, and that update has been made and is now live on our website. So that covers posts and pages for the most part. There's a lot more that we could discuss, but we'll get into that in due time. The events are a really big portion of the activity that will take place on your website. When you have a new event added to your lineup, you're going to go to Events. When you arrive at this page, you will notice that it is filtering for future events, past events, all events. You're going to have to find all events or past events to bring up your content. And then we have some events that I've loaded in here at some point. Let's just look at future event number 3. Let's just say we have an event that we want to create in, next month. So I'm going to go to the last event that we had. That's the closest to this one. So if it was a dinner event, I'm going to go to our last dinner event. If it's an annual meeting, I'm going to go to our last annual meeting, and I'm going to duplicate it. So I'll click duplicate. Then we're going to name our event, the name of the event. Maybe that's a presentation title or NLRB update or something along those lines. And we're going to edit this link to mirror that when we duplicate. And then we can add our content. Here's our speakers, some photos, the registration and pricing, and then we turn on bookings with one click right here. And the reason I duplicated that event is so that I don't have to invent all of these ticket prices. So these are already here, and I've got this testing ticket set in for $0, so I can actually take the form and test it out. But you can set as many member or non-member or any kind of ticket sales prices that you want. And then the booking date cutoff, it will usually cut off the day after your event or the day of your event, and you can alter that there. If there's ever a point where you've turned on bookings and you want to disable bookings for a time, never ever click this disable. What you would do instead is you would come down here and you would add a date in here that's in the past and hit publish. Because if you disable the bookings, it will actually delete your data. But if you change the date, then it will just temporarily make them unavailable. And then at some point you can re-enable those. We can also customize our email confirmation messages. So if you have a Zoom link, you could come down here to attendee mail, emails, and enable the confirmed booking email and add your Zoom link into the auto confirmation email. Very important in this day and age. And then we're going to go ahead and publish this. And probably one of the first things I should have done was added in some dates here. So I'm just going to randomly choose some dates in the future. If it's like a 1 or 2 hour event on the same day, the from and the to is going to be the same calendar day. If it's a multi-day conference, you can allow for that. We're not going to start this at midnight, so let's start our event at noon, and we'll go to 1 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and update that. And we can go and view that event and see how that's looking. So we have September 25th, 2021. Apparently I noted it was all day, not noon to 1. We'll have to double check that. Here's our speakers, our schedule, our location, and our bookings are on. So I'm going to go ahead and test this out. I'm going to buy one ticket at $0. I'm going to have to include my company since that has an asterisk. Anything that has an asterisk must be included or it will be rejected. So as you can see, we have a successful booking notice right here, and I will soon get an email from the website saying that I have a confirmation. So that's great. So we'll go back to the dashboard and we'll look at membership really quickly. I don't want this video to be too long. So the membership is right here. It's a software package that has its own dashboard. You can look at your members. You can look at any recent orders that have come in. You can look at reports, and in your settings, you can choose what kind of membership dues and the levels that are appropriate for your chapter. So we'll go ahead and go to settings. So right now we have regular, student, organization, and apprentice at these various levels. And those are easy to update if you ever need to. We can also automate all of the emails surrounding confirmation of member dues payments and auto renewal messages, all kinds of things. So one last bit of this website that is important is it is also a platform to send out emails and newsletters to your members, to your subscribers. And So you can do that with two different software packages. One is MailPoet, which is very similar to MailChimp or Constant Contact. And you will just create a new email and send it to the list of your choice, whether that's your chapter list or your user list. Send it, go through the steps, create your email and send it out. Or you can go to email users, and you can either send it to individual people that are users of your website, or you can send to groups like current paid members or current students or current regular members. And that concludes our tour of the back end. Thank you so much.